All right, yeah. So this is going to be another quarterfinals, and we'll be going from the second game. So this is the second game, and there we go. And so far, Djem5 is up 1-0 in this game. So, yeah, there we go. So it's going to be a PvP, and we're going to be having, let's see. Alright, so Djem5 is going to be the orange protest at the bottom right location on Polaris Rhapsody. And his opponent is going to be iwl.kycT. I guess that's how you say it, KITST, as the red pearls at the top left. So PvP, okay, alright, let's see. Let's see what we get. We get a early probe coming out from KITST and making a pylon in a what? Why? I don't really get this at all. I mean, if you're going something like a double gateway, maybe, but the reason I don't get this is the actual mining time of this probe would probably allow you to put the pylon a little bit earlier, even in your natural. So the distance between here and here is almost 0, but here it kind of guarantees that you're going to be in trouble if you get attacked, because you can't use your natural as a way of defense. So why? I think that he wants to place both gateways here, so that if he gets countered, the gateways kind of funnel through this bridge. But I hope he does know that there are like 2 other ways to get into his base. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, so we have a double gateway. Now, in a PvP, ooh. Yeah, PvP is not the most common, the most beloved matchup hero, but, well, still, you can find actually pretty good games in PvP. It's a little bit kind of like TvP. People who actually play the matchup, understand it, and really want to learn new things about PvP, they really like it. People who, especially players who don't play Protoss, PvP usually is kind of weird for them. You just don't get to see much of it out of the eventual casting. So I can understand why people just say, whatever, I'll just wait for the next game. But I will say though that I do enjoy playing PvP. I used to hate it, now I kind of like it. So yeah, it's kind of changes with time. Oh, and we see a pylon block by Djem to make sure that KITST can't actually go for a fast expo after a few zealots. Interesting. That's an interesting move. I would probably not do it myself, but okay. So, Djem5 does get with his zealot and starts harassing the pylon, which... will it? Whoa. Djem5 is really playing it close to the chest. He's trying to harass a pylon and at the same time defend his own pylon so that it gets more life. And another pylon block here with a gas steel. The hell's this? Like, we're seeing pylon blocks on the naturals, gas steels, double proxy gateways. This is not your standard PvP. That's definitely the case. That's definitely the case. Still no gas though by KITST, so this is a zealot versus zealot game. Okay. So guys, if you've ever played something like, let's say, how do we call this? If you ever played like Hunters or Big Game Hunters PvP, so far it kind of looks that way. So far it's kind of like zealot on zealot, you know, blocking pylon things, and let's see who gets ahead in the end. It's kind of a funny way to see it, because in a way you don't really know what to do next. You don't know if you actually want to block another Nexus, if you want to make some more zealots, if you want to get another gas. So it's kind of like really tricky to figure out what's the best move at this point. Now, definitely that's not it. Like, attacking with 3 zealots against like 6? Yeah, 6. That's not what you really want to be doing. Okay, so Nexus does go down for Djem, and Nexus does go down for KITST. So far, so good by both players. It's kind of pretty much gonna even up. And the next move I would assume is one of the players is going to be kind of trying to put any pressure with the Zealots, but shouldn't really do that much. I mean, especially these gateways are so far not really a concern whether they are killed or not, but later on in the game that definitely is going to be something important. So yeah, we'll see. Alright, so it seems like we've got 8 Zealots against 7 Zealots, but the 9th is here. Okay, so good wrap around first, and so far good micro by Djem. He's really trying to keep his Zealots alive. Oh, yeah, that Zealot go back. Now that one, oh, no. Okay, oh, yeah. Okay, so far, relatively even, I would say. Relatively even. Yep. Yeah, relatively even trades. So both players should be able to kind of fight against each other. Alright. Oh, these two Zealots really don't want to be there. Oh, one does go down. Don't lose this one, Djem. Oof. It did take a lot of punishment. This actually could be enough to spiral out of control. Very difficult, especially with a constant double gateway production. You could actually just lose 1 or 2 extra Zealots because of a mistake like that, and suddenly the game can spiral out of control. Now, we do see that the amount of units is still the same, so... Alright. Let's see. Gas is taken. There is no core yet, right? No core. And what the a cannon rush. Ugh. I mean, yeah. And I don't think that's gonna get scout. You kidding me, right? How on earth does kids actually expect this? Like, that was really lucky by him. Like, this actually, the funny thing about cannons, when they're warping in, they actually take more damage than when they're done. So this is actually going to probably stop this cannon rush. Barely. Yeah. Oh my god, that was so close. I mean, just a few seconds more. That probe doesn't scout it. And this actually becomes a huge problem. Now, at this moment, we see that Kitsk actually manages to get into Djem5 base, but for some reason just kind of chills out and doesn't actually attack anything. And yeah, now he goes for the probes. He should go for it. Well, no. I mean, 4 is not too many Zealots. I was thinking that maybe go for the Nexus, but he would probably not get it anyway. Okay, so yeah, some probes will fall. But due to the fact that this game is playing this way, then I would assume that this is... Wait, what? Okay, so these two Zealots are kind of forgotten about? They could go back later on and start at least kind of bothering Djem a little bit. Now, Djem is ahead, and that actually doesn't surprise me that much, because Djem does have a very good understanding of how to play Protoss in general. But this... Look at this. This is so weird. Like... I really want to see how that ends playing up. Like, the way that I look at it is that that entrance is going to be a problem for both players. No matter who wants to use it in one way, it's going to be a problem. Okay, one more probe and a lot of mining time. So, good Zealots. Now we have DTs coming up later on for Kitsk. Although he doesn't have any kind of defense against DTs himself, if the DTs just, you know, try to run by from this area or this area, they would just get in. There's a cannon in the main, but so far no cannon in the natural. So far it does seem like it's going to be Templar Tech, but also the robotics and the observatory. So Djem5 is playing this a little bit more standard, while it seems, yeah, that we have a fast DT attack from Kitsk. Now, it should... Yeah, the observer should be in time if that's the first thing that actually Djem does. Let's see. Is the observer gonna start right away? Ooh, no. The observer is not... Okay, there it goes. Okay, so the observer should be in time, I think. Let's see. I think it will be to at least make sure that the DTs can't get up the ramp, which would be kind of the worst situation right now for Djem5, considering the position that he's in. And his opponent, yeah, also robotics now, so... Okay. So, after that kind of crazy beginning that, you know, mass Zealot on Zealot fights, we do see a transition for both players. And they're both transitioning pretty much the same thing. Oh, okay, a decent wraparound, but yeah, the DT from Djem is kind of gonna cancel any possible advantage that would have begun with it. And unfortunately for Kids, he's actually losing a lot of army. Oh, the DT, yeah, it does get in. The cannon is about to finish though, so yeah, not too many probes are gonna fall. Yeah, okay, so just 2 probes, and we do see now the gateway explosion by Djem5, whereas Kids has 4. Okay, 4 gateways, yeah, not the best, but still can kind of defend it. Definitely you want to add a few more if you're Kids. Now let's see really at this point who's ahead in probes. So basically Djem, but just a little. So nothing really big right now. I mean, both players started weird. Both players changed to DTs and observers. So really neither player has a big advantage at this point. I mean, if anything, I would say that maybe Djem is a little bit ahead because of the fact that he managed to retain some of his army. He killed some of the army from Kids and I guess High Templars. But that's something that can change relatively fast. And what the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways. I mean, maybe Kitsk is already expecting to lose these eventually, so he does want to eventually get to and say, alright, I will lose those gateways, so let's put more in advance. But that's way too many gateways on 2 bases. Like, that's, unless you're really not confident in your macro, that's way too many. Oh, okay, good find. 1 observer out. And a base coming down. So Kitsk adds the gateways first, then he decides to add the nexus. It's an interesting way to play this, because usually the way that you would think is I get my nexus and I get my probes and then I can, you know, add infrastructure and make more units. But if you add the gateways first and it suddenly turns out you cannot get your 3rd because your opponent is kind of denying it, you can still decide to use your money on units. So, kind of makes sense actually. But if you manage to, what the, how many? 10 probes. Oh my god, I am either colorblind or something. It's so bad for me not to see that. Okay, so that was actually not that bad. Well, 43 probes against 50, so not that bad actually for Kids. Given losing so many probes is not kind of the end of the world. Now these zealots, they're gonna snipe the nexus. They should. I mean, you should really have enough time to actually do that, and then even escape with some of them. Let's see. Oh, some storm. That's a good damage, but yeah, still gonna kill it. Is it? Yeah, it's gonna kill it. And just 1. Okay, 1 lonely zealot with 9 health is all that's left after that nexus snipe. And okay, in terms of zealots, that's not worth it. But in terms of the fact that Djem does have his nexus done, it is worth it. So I would say that as the move, it's actually worth it to do that. Okay, so pretty decent. The upgrade did stop, so it's finished for +1. Let's see if, yeah, there's also +1 for Kitsk. The Arika positions, I don't like too much Djem5 yet. He does have a good amount of. Okay, there we go. You don't want to have too many High Templars because the fight might actually end before you're able to use most of your storms. So you want to have some High Templars, some Archons. You can have some Dragoons, but later on they kind of become a problem because they get in the way. So let's see. Now this attack probably will not work for Kitsk. Probably. It shouldn't work. Definitely shouldn't work. With some storms, yeah. It's completely thrown it away. Oh, a good storm, yeah. A really good storm, but another good storm. So pretty good storms by both players so far. I mean, the army is like relatively small, so it's easy to find the best pack where to storm. That's kind of why I think both players don't want to actually engage, because they do know that finding a good storm place is easy until the armies become bigger. Now, Djem is getting ahead in supply by a significant margin right now. I would assume mostly due to this late 3rd by Kitsk. but I have to say that I didn't expect Kitsk to be able to go toe to toe with Djem so well. So far, he's actually playing really well. Even though he did lose his Nexus, he's still in a decent. He's still kind of hanging in there. He has a similar kind of army. He has a similar upgrade. So far, pretty good. Now, Djem5 will take another base, and I will say though that with Kitsk taking a double gas base, if neither player loses these bases, it's Kitsk who's gonna get a lot better position. Also, he's already thinking about denying another possible base for Djem5, so it's also a smart move. So I would assume that this double gas will allow you to get a lot of High Templars and Archons, and at this point you can even start thinking about getting a Dark Archon to start. Whoa! Oh, a Storm Drop just sees the two cannons. Oh my god, that Storm Drop. He's going right for that fourth. Will it actually get there? That's the question. No, it's going for the third now. Okay. And there are two cannons here, another cannon there, so... Okay, one storm, two storms. Some probes die, but it's not that good of a storm. I mean, storm drop. It's still better if you're still ahead if you're Djem. So okay, fine, let's do that. But anyway, let's see if there's anything else really happening, because as far as I see it, if Kitsk manages to keep this base and he gets both gases operating, he can get a better army. So I would say that at this point, Kitsk actually is going to get ahead. I mean, so far Djem is still ahead, but he's ahead in mostly a kind of a zealot heavy army. It's almost 40 zealots. So it is a zealot heavy army. Now this zealot heavy army will though be able to get this. Yeah. And why is this army kind of chilling here? Whoa, this zealot attack actually doesn't work, and this attack will definitely work. Now let's see the storms. Yeah, storms are going to be really important now. Okay, one good storm, two good storms, really good storms. Woohoo! Well, definitely rainy season there, so really big storms. I would say that actually Kitsk is still getting ahead, like by a lot. The base is gonna fall. The army of Kitsk is still fighting in here, while the army of Djem is kind of stranded back there. So, yep, it does seem like Kitsk, with a better army composition and a lot more gas income, is actually going to be able to crush this base. I mean, he should be able to, right? Yeah, 1, 2 more shots. Okay, so the base does go down, and although the army is actually now kind of killed, we do have to remember that this is actually going to put Djem5 on a 3 base against a 4 base, and at the same time 1 is a mineral only. So double gas. So this is basically like 4 bases with gas against 3 bases with 2 gases. So at this point, yeah, no assault. I will kind of speed it up when there's actually something. I think this is a good moment to actually speed it up by 2, because considering the fact that the amount of gas that Kitsk is actually getting should be enough to really destroy this army. Look, it's just zealots, so these zealots are not going to be that efficient. They're actually going to have a lot of problems here. If you look at this, as soon as the army from Kitsk arrives, this army has to run out, because just with these Archons, all those zealots are going to evaporate way too fast. Now, how many Archons? Okay, it's 2 Archons versus 7. So, yeah, I would say that Kitsk is actually still down in supply, so it's kind of funny because, oh, there we go. He was just down because he wasn't producing really. Okay, so, oh, look at that actually, that attack, pincering from so many areas. These zealots actually allowed the entire army to go the wrong way, and right now, I think this is going to be the final fight. Look at all these zealots dying to these massive amount of Archons. Like, actually, there's still Archons being lost, But the amount of... You can see that the army supply has changed drastically in favor of Kitsk after that fight. Like, it's really a huge, drastic difference, considering those Archons just completely shredded those Zealots. So at this point, we're pretty much sure to say that Kitsk is kind of about to take this game. Like, what exactly is Djem's plan from this point on? Because he doesn't have any way to fight or defend even his bases. Okay, you don't want to lose the Archon that way, definitely, but fine. Okay, so Djem is going to try to take this base. Okay. No, he's not going to try. He knows that there is no point anymore. That actually